All right, guys, the beta, the beta, the bashon, the the Vita, whatever you want to call it, it's done. And I thought we could get in here and, kind of just give our thoughts on the whole deal of getting our hands on that for 2 weeks. It was absolutely a very, very quick 14 days, and it's absolutely left me wanting more. If you're wanting my personal opinion, I had an absolute blast playing it up until the point that I got struck with that money bug. After that, I just kind of lost interest. I was kind of salty with the whole franchise mode. After that, I wasn't too keen on it actually the whole time, even learning how to make money and the animal marketplace and all that other crap. I never really got into that dynamic of it, but like I said from the beginning, I do not play an illusion that I am anything other than a sandbox player, and that is my interest, and that is where I put my emphasis on the channel and this type of gaming. So as far as there's a little play going around, like as far as, you've probably seen some people mention in comment sections or on forums or Twitter or wherever that, oh my God, they have this many bugs and this many problems and the game is, 27, 24 days away or whatever. How in the world are they going to fix all that between now and November 5th? It's a huge studio. They're over 500 people. I'm sure they are working on this day and night. This is probably, this isn't new to them. This isn't their first game. So I think it's definitely in capable hands. I think a lot of the problems that I had with the game in respect to franchise mode, I know some of you guys probably aren't going to want to hear this, but I'll never have that problem again, because I'll probably never click on that mode again. So as long as sandbox mode doesn't launch with a bunch of massive problems and bugs, and I can't get the animals that I want, or they're glitching out or not breeding, I guess we'll just contribute that to launch type issues. I'm sure there'll be a massive day one patch. These guys, they are going to, like on November 5th, these guys are going to be putting in some late nights once this starts, particularly with the franchise mode. There are going to be a lot of server technician guys and gals that are going to go to bed with absolute migraines, I'm sure. May have some system crashing if more people switch to that than what was actually stress test with the beta and all that. I'm sure the whole server, always online thing is definitely going to come with some growing pains. But remember, due to that feedback and a lot of you guys saying that we want franchise mode, but we want to be able to earn money like that and not be in just a free willy-nilly sandbox mode, but we don't want it to always have to be online. They even said it's yet unnamed, but they're creating an offline franchise mode, essentially. And who knows, maybe that'll be something we can look into one day, because I actually got a couple comments on the last couple of videos where it wasn't the same person, but a few of you were saying, man, is there any way that you would go back in and maybe give franchise mode a try once the full release happens? And it's like I've said, I never say never, but probably to start out with, it's going to be strictly sandbox mode. I don't even know what my day one plans will be. I'm thinking maybe just start putting together some habitats, because I will tell you another thing about the franchise mode. A lot of the ideas that I have swirling around in my head, we're kind of constricted with that, particularly after the money bug hit. And I didn't feel really like, with only, a few days left, I didn't feel like going in, starting a brand new zoo, starting over from scratch, having to just build one enclosure and build the money up again. Like, after those weeks of playing that zoo and getting Grizzly Ridge put together for you guys. We were just starting to find our footing. We were at 166 grand. We had I think we had 600 or 700 conservation leaves, conservation credits. So that was a big elbow to the sternum. When I glanced down and noticed I was $1 trillion in debt, honestly, it kind of ruined my momentum for the series and building and continuing on. And I kind of really just kind of went to the sidelines after that. Watched a lot of Geekism. Watched a lot of Beyond Drew, Masked Bandit. Love those guys. And I kind of sat it out. I was really disheartened, totally killed the creative flow. But that's what I'm saying with me being a sandbox player. On November 5th, the cuffs are off. And I think that's what I'm most excited for. I know a lot of you guys that have been with the channel for a while, I think that's what you're most excited for, just to see us get in here and just no holds barred. It's just we will jump in and have total creative freedom. And so that is what excites me the most about November 5th. Another thing that kind of has me a little excited is I'm getting a new computer put together. I know you guys, been making fun of my potato now for a few years, but man, I've got it all set up in my card. I'm just kind of going back and forth about the graphics card right now, but I've got an i7 9700K ready to go. I've kind of been eyeing up the 280 Super, and even I was even kind of looking at the a lot of good things. People love the 1080 Ti's. I was even kind of looking at the AMD 5700 XT, really budget conscious card. But really kind of, a lot of the benchmarks, Jay's 2 Cents, Linus Tech, a lot of those guys that did reviews on those cards, that 5700 XT, that is a lot of bang for the buck and does not seem like it trails, at least it doesn't seem like it trails behind those NVIDIA Supers too terribly bad. So I'm still kind of weighing out the video card option. And if you guys want to leave me any suggestions down below, I've been watching a lot of videos, doing a lot of feedback. My cousin, he's telling me just bite the bullet and just get the 2080 Ti and he's like, spend the money now and never have to worry about this for a decade, years. Yeah, hopefully at least, 7 or 8 years if I go ahead and shell out for the 2080 Ti, especially now that I'm, so enveloped into the hobby and needing to put out, smooth framed content. There's actually been quite a few times, especially nowadays, where it's been so choppy on me, I've had to scrap whole videos. I am just really kind of behind with my FX 8350. And my little Radeon R9 380, it just can't keep up with this stuff nowadays. I actually built that computer like 3 years ago, just for the Planet Coaster. And guys, like I said, just kind of watching it struggle with Planet Zoo, and even Jonty and them was saying, dude, you might really want to use this break period if you can scrape the funds together, or if you've been saving, really may want to look into upgrading your rig before this Planet Zoo stuff really ramps up. And I can honestly say Jonty has never given me bad advice. He's never told me to do something and I look back on it a month from then and be like, what the hell was he talking about? I'm so glad I didn't do that. That's never been the case with him. So, him and me and Drew, we've kind of been talking about parts and kind of what needs to happen, what they've kind of configured. But going also into that and getting a new rig built, Drew is insanely interested in getting me comfortable and set up to live stream. And I've heard a lot of that from you guys too. Even on just the regular videos I post, usually I'll get a comment or two that like, dude, we would love to watch you live stream. And so that is, Drew is definitely working on that for me. And we're going to try to get something going to where I'm kind of, ready and I don't just kind of bumble through it, because I think I've only ever live streamed once. And that was for like maybe one of you or maybe two people were in the room. So I'm sure, and that was when I had like maybe 300 subs. So I'm sure just by accident, there's going to be more people than that now. So I kind of want to, be, have a little bit of, just be a little professional. If we really start like a couple nights a week, live stream on YouTube or Twitter or Twitch, whatever. So that is what I'm kind of working on as well. And of course, I think this Saturday morning, as long as anything weird doesn't happen with our schedules, Drew and I, maybe John T, he said if he didn't have anything going on, he was going to jump in the chat. We're going to film our Take Two podcast where we will talk everything Planet Zoo, Planet Coaster 2, what those guys thought about the beta, and then of course, get your all's feedback. I like listening to them, kind of gauging their communities, how their communities reacted to the beta. Like I said, as far as me and the beta goes, I had a blast. Very, very fun time. I see some areas for concern, but a lot, I guess, is just going to have to wait until I actually have my hands on the full release to kind of see what they've totally put together. Very, very impressed with the limited amount of scenery that we had. I was able to put together some really, really, really awesome scenes, I think. And like I said, the ideas are absolutely flowing right now. So anyways, guys, I just wanted to jump in and give you a little midweek update. I haven't posted in a couple days, but with the beta kind of ending, just kind of been looking at this new computer build. Haven't jumped in Planet Coaster or anything like that. So just kind of wanted to jump in and give you guys an updated post-beta release thoughts. But as always, let's keep this going in the comments section down below and let me know if you got your hands on the beta, what you thought about it, or what you thought of your selection of content creators that you watched over the 2 weeks and kind of what they thought about it. And so anyways, guys, I'll go ahead and jump on out of here. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with me. Don't forget to smash that like button if you end up enjoying this video, and comment down below. That engagement really helps drive the video deeper and brings it up in the search results in the Planet Zoo search realms. So anyways, guys, I will talk to you next time, and be on the lookout for that Take Two podcast. We'll see you later.